Hey there, besties! Hey! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah, and you've made it to a bookish space. We read here, and I hope you stay. I hope you love it. Thank you so much for joining me. This week, we're doing something that kind of intimidates me, but also I want to read these books anyway. I bought them, so we're going to read them. What we're doing is we're taking a look on Goodreads at my highest rated and my lowest rated books on my TBR. We are doing both my physical TBR and my Kindle TBR because why the hell not? On my Kindle TBR, my highest rated book is actually on my June TBR, and it is Direbound. So, we're going to be reading Direbound, and if you don't know what Direbound is about, let me tell you. In Direbound, we are in the first person's perspective of Merrin. She is our FMC, and Merrin is living within a town, a city that is full of poverty. She has her younger sister and her mother within her family, and also a lover named Lee. Merrin has always been a little bit of a fighter. She's had this pent up aggression ever since her dad never came back from the war, her father, shall we say. And she ends up channeling this into getting paid for fighting and having people bet on her. You know the type. That's the drill. Merrin does that. And she's a badass bitch. She's a great fighter. And she has a trainer. And yeah, anyway, she's just vibing with life as much as she can. But her mother has some sort of mental illness. And it's a very odd situation, actually, where children are going missing from the area that she lives in. And she's decided that she wants to start training some of the kids some basic self-defense skills so that they can protect themselves. Anyway, short story long, her little sister goes missing. And that is all in the blurb of the book. I have not spoiled a single thing there for you. If you aren't aware, this book is about wolves. So think Fourth Wing, but with wolves. And you have this situation where you can bond with wolves. And that's as much as I'm going to tell you. The general premise, that's where we're at. Merrin is obviously, just before we move on, she's going to find her sister. That is the goal. That is the whole idea of this book. Merrin needs to get her sister back. And her sister is called Sailor. And the only thing I'm reading when I read that is on my Shayla. And if you know, you know. So that is where we're at. We are reading Direbound, which is the highest rated book on my Kindle TBR. That's our first book of this video. We're going to dive in. We're going to get reading because I want to read this. I've seen Emmy and Laura both love it. I think Emmy rated it 4.5 and Laura rated it 5 stars. So I am ready. I am locked in. Let's do this. Can you guys hear the ice cream van? I have some books to show you guys. I have a book haul and I'm super excited. So we'll start firstly with this one, Trouble by Lex Croucher, because it's Pride Month and there are parts of this series which are a little bit queer, like myself. I own and have read the first two in the series, so I was really excited to see this, and it's also in good condition, so I'm super excited about that. In the same charity shop, I actually found these two books, which I've never seen physically in person before, and I read the first one on my Libby app, and it is the Knife of Never Letting Go series. What is it even called? Chaos Walking. And briefly, can we just talk about the fact that this is meant to be like a children's book? I'm pretty sure it's like categorized as children's fiction, which is a bit crazy to me because the themes are wild. I read this like 3 months ago now. Yeah, a bit of an odd one to be honest, but I thought this is a trophy and for £1.50 in a charity shop, I have literally no reason not to buy it. Because it was sat there, I also bought book 2 just in case I ever feel like going back into this weird and crazy world. So yeah, they together cost me £3. So £4.50 for those books. I was so happy. I then also have a Vinted buy. I bought A Tribute of Fire by Saraya Wilson, and it's in perfect condition, so I'm super happy. But when I tell you, this book is so heavy, it's like a brick. And yeah, this is on my Kindle TBR, but when I saw it on Vinted, I thought, okay, fine, I'll buy it. And finally, this feels crazy. When I tell you, I just randomly went into a charity shop and browsed at the books, almost missed them as well. Oh, it's so crazy. I found these and I found 2 books and they cost me 50p each. It's absolutely crazy. I found Corrupt by Penelope Douglas, but look at these covers. Oh, it's in perfect condition. This is also so heavy. I can't believe how heavy these books are. And obviously, next to it, just chilling, was Hideaway as well. So now I own these 2 books, and it looks like I'm going to be reading them because what do you mean they're in perfect condition and they're 50p each? Oh, I couldn't believe. I was happy for the rest of the day once I found these. It was absolutely crazy. That's my little book haul, and yeah. Phew, wild. Crazy. Shall we talk about what I'm reading? We're reading Direbound. As you guys know, I'm reading it on my Kindle. And I do have some initial thoughts that I just wanted to sort of like run past you guys. So, my main gripe, so let me just set the stage. We're 80 pages in. Things are a little bit rough for our main character. She is doing her damnedest. She's doing her hardest. But right now, turns out is the time for her 80 pages in. Let me just reiterate that. To have some extremely, extremely spicy time with who I think is one of the male main characters, but not the male main character so far. Do you know when you just get a vibe? It's kind of like Dane. I'm not getting that you are going to be the most important male in this story, but you're here and I'm fine with it, but I'm not fine with you having sex in the first 80 pages and making me read 4 pages of it. I'm not good with that. That I'm not vibing with. That is not what I feel like should be happening in 80 pages. It should be world building, character building, setting up the plot. But who am I? Who am I? I'm not an author. Some people might enjoy that, but yeah, to say that I don't think this guy is going to be our main male character and we're only 80 pages in, wasn't vibing with that. Other than that, though, super, super easy to read. Like, I'm just keeping the pages turning. I'm a little bit frustrated that there's no audiobook for it because I feel like I could absolutely fly through this if there was, but I'm busy. You know, I'm just a busy girl, so it does make it a little bit harder. I feel like the wolf aspect of this whole thing is really interesting. It's giving like the first time I read about dragons. This is the first time I'm ever reading about wolves. I can kind of imagine how some people might feel like this is a little bit Twilight-esque, because I'm not gonna lie, when I'm picturing these wolves, I am thinking of the Twilight wolves, to be honest. But anyway, we're gonna get cozy very, very soon, and I'm gonna read and just enjoy some me time, some alone time. I'm home for the first time in like over a week, which is nice. So that's the plan, but right now all I can think about is food and what I'm going to eat. So I need to resolve that situation because my life revolves around food. Food and books. Food, books, and Taylor Swift. Yeah, they're my top 3. When I tell you that the heat in the UK is no joke, and the reason why is because it is just stupid humidity. There's nothing nice about this heat. It's currently absolutely belting it down. I was going to swear, but I could honestly just go stand outside in the rain. That's just feels like what needs to happen, to be honest. Shall we just get cozy? Let's just chill. I'm feeling fresher already. Hair mask is in. Let's secure it actually with my cutesy little butterfly clip. And we're ready to read. Alexa, set a 20-minute timer.
20 minutes, starting now.
Alexa, off. Um, so this book, oh my days, I've just read chapter 15, so page 162. I am shook. I did not see that coming. Like, I am actually so shocked right now, and I was just having a I was just having a silly, fun, goofy time, easily enjoying this book, and then that curveball. Oh, I did not see that. We're multitasking. We're having breakfast, a coffee, talking to you guys, and also finishing my makeup. Good bloody morning, by the way. We are. We're finishing. No, we're not. We're nowhere near finished. So let me just give you a little bit of an update of where we're at. I'm on page 254, which my Kindle says is 44% of the way through. And I'm loving it. I am. It's a really good time. It is, to me, so like comparable to Fourth Wing. I love the relationship between the wolves and the humans, and like learning about fortunate people and less fortunate people, and the poverty and the royals, and it's just a little bit of a crazy time. Absolutely obsessed with it. There is one thing that's kind of throwing me, and I'm not sure if it's a negative or not, but I kind of feel like our main characters, like in a monologue, it's very like diary-esque. Like, there was something that I took a picture of, and I should have definitely tabbed it, but she's literally like, do you know when something bad and you're like, oh, can't wait to do this, stunning. Like, that's how it felt when when I was reading it. Yeah, it was definitely interesting, but I'm definitely having a good time, and I wish I had more time to just sit down and read it, because there isn't an audiobook out for it yet, and I feel like I could have finished this today if there was, because I could have been listening to the audio and then also reading every chance that I got. But I can't, which is frustrating, but whatever. Let's just remember, because I keep forgetting, that this is the highest rated Kindle book on my TBR. The highest rated book on my Kindle TBR. I don't know why I keep struggling to say that, but I think I'm getting it. I think I understand why. Can't wait to read the worst. When will you see me next? Probably tomorrow after work. And I hope I'm coming to you with like 100 pages to go at the bare minimum. I want to be ready to finish this book tomorrow night, so I should probably read. I should probably do that. Hey, it's time for a midway check-in, I think. So I am 45% of the way through Direbound, and I'm loving it. Just to put it simply, I'm having the best time. I think I have one gripe, but let me tell you everything I'm loving instead, shall I? I'm having a really great time with the whole wolf aspect. Bonding wolves, their characters and temperaments, their relationship with humans. Humans themselves, like in this world, we have some poverty stricken people and obviously some more well off. And I just love it. Throw as much politics and societal drama into the fantasy as possible, and I will eat that up. I really, really enjoy it. I can also sense this sort of like core friendship group building, and you know what that means. There's probably some betrayals coming, and they'll hurt like hell. But for now, I'm just enjoying trusting everyone like the naive little girlie that I am. I also see that we have some foreshadowing happening, and a couple of things are being mentioned quite regularly and just sort of like hinting at different things. And we've already had like a huge major plot twist, by the way, that happened at like 30%, and you saw my jaw was on the floor. So I'm expecting things to keep coming with the little bits of foreshadowing, but it might be fake. She might just be trying to throw me off. But I see it and I'm excited. I'm so excited. I wish I could just sit down and read. I don't want to do anything else but consume this book. And God, I wish the audiobook was out, because I would be listening and reading every single free moment I had. Oh, yeah, I said I had like a little gripe, and it is only a small one. Like, it's probably not going to affect my rating because at the same time, it is making me laugh. And it's just sort of like the inner monologue writing style sometimes is so informal, as if like our main character just cannot take herself seriously sometimes. Like, she's so cool with taking the piss out of herself. And I love that. I really do. Um, yeah, I think it's just about the balance of getting that right. Like, yeah, fine, take the piss out of yourself, and it's fine, but also try to balance that with being serious and your deep emotions and all of that good stuff. So yeah. Also, is there a love triangle? Am I reading that wrong? Oh, I can't wait to see how it plays out. That's my midway review. I have lots of thoughts, feelings. Hoping I've not spoiled anything there. It's just my thoughts, to be fair. But yeah, I'm going to work now. Do you know what? It's been a long day. So, what do you do when you have a long day? You've got a little bit of time to kill before your dance lesson. I'll tell you what you do. You go book shopping. And you spend money that you don't need to spend on books that you don't need to buy because you have an addiction. So, let me talk to you about the books that I bought. Two of them were charity purchases. I found a little table that had like a donate as you please. So I did. I donated because I pleased. The first book that I picked up was We Were Liars, and this is by E. Lockhart. And I have heard of it, I've seen it going round, and I've seen that most recently it's being made into a Prime adaptation, I believe. So that's exciting, but I'm the sort of person most of the time where I kind of like to read a book before I watch a series or a film. So that's what's going on here because I probably will want to at some point watch the adaptation, but I will read the book first. So wonderful. Very happy with this. The second book I got, I'm not sure I can quite believe it. My luck at the minute with finding like books that you just don't stumble across in charity shops, charity tables, that sort of thing. My luck at the minute is just a little bit crazy. I found this. This is Cassandra Clare Clockwork Angel, the first book in the Infernal Devices series, and it's in great condition as well. Like, I was scouring the table for the other books. I was like, "Are you here? I need you all." This scares me. Number one, because it was written such a long time ago, but also I've just seen some people absolutely love this. Like, it's a all-time fave of theirs, and yeah, I don't want to be disappointed, and I also don't know if I want to read the whole series. I'm not sure. It might just come that one day I decide to pick it up. And we have it now at an absolute bargain price. I then went into the works and they had a few fantasy reads actually that caught my eye. And I feel like my romance TBR is so large, whereas my fantasy physical TBR is kind of a little bit smaller. So I always have my eye out for cheap fantasy reads. And I found this. It's called The Light That Blinds Us by Andy Darcy Theo. This seems extremely YA. I don't know why, and I could be completely wrong, but it's kind of giving Six of Crows vibes, which I didn't enjoy, but I'm not sure. It just intrigued me, and I thought I could do with a palate cleanser fantasy, so I'd be quite happy if that's what this gives. I'm not sure if you've read it. Feel free to let me know in the comments. But because I saw this, I was then, hunting around, and I was like, this looks similar. So I bought book number two. I think it's book number two. Anyway, this is The Dark That Hides Us, and I'm not sure how I feel about this. I can't deal with the works doing just sort of like odd sprayed edges every now and again. Just drop it. Like, unless it's outstanding, I don't want it. And I definitely don't want this, but it's fine. Hopefully one day it will fade. It's just the second book in that series, and I thought, who knows, maybe I'll just be in the mood for that. And yeah, I just like my options, okay? I'm trying to build a library over here, didn't you know? And then finally, I went into TK Maxx and I was absolutely buzzing when I saw this. I ran. I literally ran. There was a lady at the bookshelf. I ran. I was like, hi, I need this. This is Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. And I believe I've recently on this channel spoke about how I want to read Promise Me Sunshine. That's on my Kindle. I do have that on my Kindle, but I don't have it physically because I've not seen it anywhere yet. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, yes. Because why are they just the most stunning covers ever? I think they're absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, so happy with that. £3.99 for something that's going to look beautiful on my shelf. Yeah. Anyway, those are the books that I bought. I'm happy with those. Will I ever get through a vlog without a book haul? No, I probably won't. One thing about me is that I'm like it's kind of good and it's kind of bad. I don't choose to go book browsing. Like, I will not just be like, right, I'm going to the shop, so I'm going to buy books. I just happen upon them. If it's the right time, if the book calls for me, if I want to buy it, I kind of just do. And yeah, sometimes I just like to pick up books that I might not have heard of as well. And to be fair, I haven't seen anything super specific about any of these books. And sometimes I just sort of like to go in blind, see what's going on for myself. And that's how these feel. I'm so excited about them. Just looking at them. What a day. Shall we talk about Direbound? I am 72% of the way through Direbound. It says I have 2 hours and 50 minutes left. I'm on page 421 and there's just under, is it 600 or 700 pages? Just under 600 pages. So you could say that it's going to be a late night. I should stop talking to you and I should keep reading this book. But, oh, I really wish I could just talk to you about what's happening, because it's like whiplash. I'm like, oh my God, what do you mean? How is this happening? Why? Like, it's mental, and I am loving it. There are a couple of things that are keeping it from being a 5-star. And when I think about fantasy 5-stars, I think about A Court of Mist and Fury, I think about Fourth Wing. And nothing has made me feel like those two books do, other than the second book in the Book of Azrael series, actually. Throne of Broken Gods slayed hard. And this, I love it so much, but there's just a couple of things that are nagging me. But it could all wrap up very well, and I might be satisfied. We'll see. But yeah, right now it's given 4.5. And I just feel like whatever happens in the next 200 pages, I'm not going to lie, I think it literally will have my jaw on the floor. I can't wait. I'm just going to read it. I'm off. Bye. Sorry, it's been nice talking to you, but I need to go read this book. Fine, yeah. I've got the work. Good morning. It is Friday morning. It's my only day off work this week, and I'm spending 4 hours of it working. It is still my day off, but I am kind of working. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a little update. Have I finished Direbound? No. But I only have about 40 pages left, but I was just falling asleep last night so hard. And yeah, that will obviously be finished today. And I think later on I'll give you sort of like a full wrap up on that situation. And I have actually already started and have been listening to The Husband by Holly Gramazio. So this is the lowest rated book on my physical TBR, which is kind of crazy. Like, of all the books on there, I actually can't believe that this is the lowest rated. So I am, let me just tell you, I'm 220 pages in, and I've listened to the whole of that on audio. And I'll be really honest, I think if I was physically reading it, that would have been a lot longer and potentially harder. But it's so easy for me to listen to audiobooks on my way to work. So that's what I've been doing. Plus, it's taking me quite a long time to read Direbound because there is no audiobook. I've already complained about this, but I'm going to keep complaining. The Husbands, my lowest rated book on my physical TBR. This book is about a woman who comes home one day. There's a random guy in her house, and he's insisting that they're married. And then he goes up into the attic, and another guy comes down. So she has this magic attic situation that just produces husbands, and it's a little bit crazy, to be honest. Really interesting premise, of course. That's why I bought the book. But the execution so far, it's not been wonderful. Yeah. It's a little bit strange because I feel like the potential and like what she could have done with this book, it was probably limitless. You know, if you've got a great imagination, which she absolutely does, because even this idea in general is just funky. But yeah, I just feel like I could have thought about at least like 3 different ways that she could have, she being Holly, sorry for the criticism. I mean it well. I can just think of at least 3 different ways that this could have been done a little bit more engagingly, shall we say. And yeah, that's sort of like how I'm currently feeling about it. I will say the last sort of like 50 pages have been much better than the first 150 pages. And there is a specific reason for that because of like, I can't really say because it's a spoiler. Yeah, I have enjoyed the last 50 pages more than I have the start of the book, the first 150. But I'm not expecting it to be anything above a 3-star. And I think it has something like 3.3 on Goodreads. I can't remember. But yeah, 3-star. I can understand why someone might enjoy this, like a lot, but I would just say it feels very surface level. But also, I'm really glad I'm finally reading it because I've been wanting to get to it. So, yeah, that's that. I'm going to go work on my day off now, and I'll see you guys later. And we'll talk about Direbound. Oh, yes, we will. Hey, girl. Oh, she's beautiful. Is she good? What are you doing?
Hey! Wow, do we have some things to catch up on? Let me put you down and let's have a good chat. So, we definitely finished Direbound. We did. And to be honest, I think before turning the camera on, I should have taken some time to reflect so that I can come into this with a good rating for you guys and a real good sort of like synopsis of how I'm feeling and all of that good stuff. But truthfully, I don't have that. So we're just gonna dive right in. I finished Direbound a few days ago and I loved it. I really did. And there was some twists at the end that I just didn't see coming, and I think I've already mentioned that some of it I kind of did predict, but a lot of it still shocked me, and the twists are absolutely a highlight of that book. Our main character, Merrin, her inner monologue is fire, to be honest. Some of the side characters and their sort of like character development and what they add to the plot was stunning. And I think that's all I want to say on it, because I actually think it's probably best if you go in blind, but absolutely have to recommend that book. And there is obviously a great reason why that is such a highly rated book, because it slapped. I really enjoyed it. So that was our first read of the video. We read Direbound, as that was my highest rated book on my Kindle TBR. During that time, I started listening to The Husbands by Holly Gramazio, and that is the lowest rated book on my physical TBR. I feel like all I've done is make this way more complex than it needs to be, but I'm sure you're keeping up. You're keeping up, right? Yeah. I have also finished that, and my review on Fable is: what the actual hell was that ending? What was the point in that book? Like, what was the point? Don't read it. I'm so disappointed because I wanted to love it, but I just didn't. There's a reason why that was low rated. Low rated? Rated low. I don't know. And you will have seen that we have started Goldsin. I'm currently reading this on my Kindle. I'm 100 pages in. This is the lowest rated book on my Kindle TBR. And I actually got this recommendation from Bailey. That's what we're reading currently, and I am having a good time. Yeah, I am. Goldsin is a little bit of a crazy start. We have our main character who is set out from page one. We know that she is trying to get revenge, and her mother's death, not sure if it was ever ruled suspicious or what the verdict was on that, but she has learnt over the years that her mother's death was quite mysterious, and there was potentially, or absolutely certainly, some foul play involved. Our FMC is involved with some people and a specific family that run a few businesses that have very sort of like questionable morals and ethics. And that's putting it lightly, if I'm being real. She has some history with one of the boys called Adrian, and she has some more mysterious history with his brother Julian, and this book is dual POV, which I am actually super enjoying. At the minute, in terms of plot, we are just sort of assessing what her relationships are like with Adrian and Julian, and also starting to plot and get to where our FMC is going to, where she's going to go with this revenge, how far she's going to go, what she's going to do to avenge her mother. And that is everything that I have for you so far. If I could give you a playlist for this book so far, it would be a playlist full of revenge, wrath, female rage, and sex. So if that sounds like something that you would enjoy, right now I'd say go pick it up. It's on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm going to be reading it for the rest of today, and I'll catch up with you when I have some more thoughts and feelings. To talk about this book. We're reading Goldsin, and I briefly, I believe, spoke about the content of the book and what it's about. It's a little bit crazy. This, to me, is giving dark romance. So I haven't read dark romance before. Let me just say that. I haven't read dark romance like this, if I have. It's definitely a little bit different for me. And I am currently 87% of the way through. I've got about 50 pages left. And I think I've just read the last spicy scene. What does it say about me that I'm enjoying this book? What does it say about me that it's the lowest rated book on my Kindle TBR? And I'm having fun. It's probably not good. I think it's just crazy because there's so many bad things happening, and amongst all of these awful, terrible things, all of this fear and vengeance and just toxicity, there is just a small ray of light, and that ray of light, he's a little bit toxic himself, so I'm not even sure if you can call it a ray of light, but yeah, I think I like it. I think I like him, and I like our main character. I really do. And I don't know if I should, but I do. I'm definitely interested to read the reviews once I finished it to see what people aren't enjoying, because for this to be my first dark romance and to be having a good time, as good as you can have, because there's so many dark themes and yeah, there's a lot of awful shit, but if you just remove that, I like the rest of it, I think. So that's my update. And yeah, 345 pages in out of 398, I think it is, yeah. I don't know if this is a series, I'm assuming it might be. And if it is, I would probably read on to be fair. But anyway, I will come back to you when I finish the book. Shall we wrap up? Let's wrap up, shall we? I have finished Goldsin, and my last clip, I think it's quite clear that I definitely enjoyed the book. I have done a little bit of reflection though, and I think that my main enjoyment was kind of the romance that we had going on, and the romance plot that we have in this book is only really like half of the content, and it's evenly split with like a huge sort of like criminal revenge plot that we've got going on, because our main character is just absolutely nuts. And I think that I enjoyed that half of the book less, but I enjoyed the romance enough for me to kind of still love it. Yeah, I'm settling, I believe, I think, it's up to me, on a 4-star, like a solid 4-star, which to say is the lowest rated book on my Kindle TBR. I don't know how low it was, and also how popular it's been, but this is just a little funsies video. It's not that serious, and we do know that you can't always trust those, but I'm just so glad after reading The Husbands that this was fun and I did actually enjoy it. And also, I need to stop just looking at those Goodreads ratings and then writing off books and not even buying them or picking them up or thinking about reading them. Yeah, because this is proof that I'm going to enjoy stuff that other people don't enjoy. It's subjective. How many times do you hear that on BookTube? Reading is subjective. Thank you so much for watching. I think, you know, reflection, looking back at how this has gone, these Goodreads ratings, who are they good for? The author, maybe, but absolutely nobody else, because I thoroughly enjoyed a book that was low rated. But there's going to be people out there that read Direbound and just think it's not that good. It's just personal preference, isn't it? And I had a fun time, so I hope you did as well. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you made it this far into the video, maybe you could comment a snake emoji for Goldsin, and let me know if you're gonna read it based on what we've discovered and all of this spicy goodness. I will see you guys in my next video. I've got some good things coming up. I'm going to Amsterdam. I'm going to Amsterdam in less than a week. And yeah, I'm bringing you with me. Yes, I am. Okay, I'm going. Bye. See ya.